Oh, welcome. This is your boy, the host, with the most, but humble. I do mean humble. The Nastranovice, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Monday to give you the hungry, healthy, happy people here at WrestleCram. My 2 cents. How about that? My 2 cents. Just some random stuff I'm going to talk about. Have some great time and whatnot. First and foremost, thank you so much for being a part of the show. If you are watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depth of my loins. I truly do thank you. If you want to do anything else to help me, of course, support the show as well, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Hit the comments up as well. I usually do give out, I try to talk to people on the comments as well. But, I'm here. I'm having a great time. And once again, just a little update. Just a little update. I'm buying my shelves. I'm building a somewhat studio for the new WrestleCram that's going to happen hopefully in the next 6 months or so, whatnot. So stay tuned to that, and we're gonna have a great time. How about that? We're gonna have a great time. so um, let's talk about random thoughts. If you don't know about random thoughts is just me talking about stuff, just me talking about random stuff or whatnot. That's of course wrestling related, and we have a great time. Talking about just random stuff. Usually it's about it's about 2 to 3 segments. I think I have 3, but I'm gonna go with just the 2 that I am gonna focus on. Jim Cornette, I truly think he is not a big fan of course, Chris Jericho. I like Chris Jericho. I think that he thinks, I don't know. It's a love hate relationship with Jim Cornette and Chris Jericho. And you do know that if you are on my show, I enjoy Jim Cornette. He's a great historian. And some of the stuff he does say, I promise you, I think it's really, really good. I think it's really good. I enjoy listening to the Jim Cornette Experience. It's a great thing. If you have not subscribed to that, go subscribe just to get a chuckle or two because he is hilarious. Brian Last as well. I love those two. They work together so awesome. But there are some things that I truly have to disagree with when it comes to Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette thinks that Chris Jericho is there to crush new talent, and I think he's not. I truly think that everybody he has touched or attempted to touch have grown to a higher ceiling. Just like with Action Andrade, I think his name is, or I forgot his. Is that his name? In the comments, let me know what his name is. I think it's Action Andrade. And at Winter's Coming, he had a match with Action Andrade, and he won. He won his very first match in AEW. He beat Chris Jericho. And I was listening to, of course, Jim Cornette. He was saying that he's gonna crush him, he's gonna squash him, and do all of this stuff. Believe it or not, seems like he is wrong. He has to be wrong. I mean, of course, he brought back the wizard thing where he set his face on fire. That's gonna bring in a great story angle with him, and is going to bring in, of course, him facing. Well, I already know what's gonna happen, but it just looks like Chris Jericho is going to face Ricky Starks. And of course, Action Andrade is going to be there. I guarantee something's going to happen with that situation. So, um, here's my thing. Here's my thing about Jim Cornette, and of course, once again, much love to Jim Cornette. I love Jim Cornette. Y'all go subscribe to Jim Cornette, the Jim Cornette Experience. But one thing I have to disagree with. I think that everybody that Chris Jericho has touched truly has turned to gold. The only person I can honestly think of that have not turned to gold, and it's because of them, is of course Santana and Ortiz, because they had a real life falling out. But everybody else, even though I do not like a lot of the people in the Chris Jericho Appreciation Society, have became really well known and really awesome. The only person I can think of that I just truly dislike and I don't like his wrestling style, I don't like anything about him, is Jake Hager. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I mean, Sammy Guevara is doing a great job, even though he's a piece of crap. Ty Conte, Anna Jay. I love the Anna Jay news storyline where she loves to choke people out. Of course, you have Garcia, the dragon, or the is it Dragon Killer or whatnot, who just recently lost his pure title to Willa Yuta, which I'm so lost on. Willa Yuta, another time, another time, another time. Anyway, so and then you have, of course, Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic, who I think are going to be possibly a tag team champions soon. I do love those people. They are really, really awesome. I just love them when they talk. I love Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic. They are so cool. I love them so much. But everybody he has touched really has turned to gold. I mean, hands down. Number one, you're in a faction. A lot of people like factions. I like factions for a different reason. Factions are there to bring everybody over the hump, including the leader, Chris Jericho. On top of that, every time Chris Jericho is there, who is one of the top guys there at AEW, you have the Chris Jericho Appreciation Society. I would not know who Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic would be. Just wouldn't. Wouldn't know that at all. So, and then Anna Jay is always choking people out. I mean, I think it's a really great thing when you put people into factions and they are unknowns and they blow up, especially when you are right next to Chris Jericho. And with the Action Andrade thing, I truly think that this young man is going to take heights that is far from what we got going on. Another win, I guarantee, will put him into the mix of some type of mid card battle. We have two to three mid card belts there. We have the All Atlantic title, and we have, of course, the the TBS title there as well. And if you want to put the television title in that mix of mid card titles, you can do that as well. I think Action is really good. I enjoy he has a great mic skills. I truly think he's a good person. So, Jim Cornette, you are wrong. I think everybody he has touched, including MJF. Let's not forget MJF. Let's not forget the very first match, the very first Blood and Guts match between the Pinnacle and, of course, not the Chris Jericho Appreciation Society, but what was that? His very first group. I forgot what his very first group was called. But that group as well, putting over that entire group. Now, we don't know a lot of what's going on with Mr. 10, but everybody else has been good in there. You got Wardlow, who's really good, still a mid-card person, but I truly think that he can go a little higher with some more storytelling with him. You have MJF, who is now the AEW champion, and let's not forget about FTR, one of the greatest modern-day tag teams of all time. So, I mean, you did a great job by putting them over and making them legit. I love Chris Jericho. I put in my top 10, I put this year, I put Chris Jericho as number 10 because he's really, really good at what he does. But let's go into another topic that I was going to talk about. I think I'm only going to do two this go around because I want to talk about Saraya. And Saraya did post something, I think it was on Twitter, where she praised Sasha Banks for, I think she said on the tweet, congratulations for putting your own career in your own hands. Okay, I have a couple of things to talk about that with that. Number one, I understand that there are really bad things that happen to you in the WWE, substance abuse. A lot of craziness happened. You lost pretty much most of your career during with a neck injury. Much love to you, sorry. I'm happy that you are 100% clean now. I'm happy that you are back wrestling. You are a beautiful young lady, and I think the best is truly yet to come for you. But here's the thing: when you were out, the women's revolution exploded, and a lot of greatness did happen pretty much on your back. I will say that it was on your back, but the revolution after you left, the revolution just went to higher heights. Of course, we did get our very first women's main event with of course you had Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. On top of that, you had Becky Lynch being a awesome new face of not only the women's division but the company with the get go of the man. Also, I mean, here's the thing. I will say this now. I know that you had beef with the old management, but I think that the new management is a little bit different than what you are doing. I think Triple H has extended his hand for everybody now, not even the men but the women. Once again, you have a great stacked roster. You have a African American woman who has not been pinned since last year. I think 2 years. Bianca Belair is killing the game right now. You also have a great cast of supporting cast on both rosters now. SmackDown still needs some little help, but the women's division is better. Vince McMahon is no longer there, and also that leech piece of shit, John Laurinaitis, who believes in the Vince Russo era where it's bras and panties all day. He's gone. So you have a great structure there. Now, I can go back to the situation where Sasha and Naomi, of course, were not happy with the situation, them being champions and having to lose to champions. That makes perfect sense, and I understand that. But before she decided to go to New Japan, she was still doing great things. I mean, last time I checked, I think it was $5,000 for an appearance for Sasha Banks. I mean, let's not forget the Twitter stuff that just blew up with the yoga with her and Naomi. And I mean, but here's my thing: Stardom, never heard of it. I've heard of it not too long ago from Steven Larson going in Raw. Y'all go check them out as well. But I did not know who Stardom was. I know who Kairi Sane is because she was a great NXT champion, and she was really good as a tag team champion with, I think they were called the Kabuki Warriors. They were really good. Hands down, really, really good. But I think that she had the control of her hand before all of that happened. And I will say this, you don't have to say a lot to make your point clear. And here's the thing. I don't think Sasha Banks need anybody, and I do mean anybody, to have a congratulations when it comes to her, because I will tell you this now. Yes, she is with New Japan as of right now, but when the talks come in for the new deal, which is next year, I guarantee Sasha Banks will get the $3 million that she's asking for, plus more from the WWE. She will be back in the WWE next year. That is not a prediction. That is a spoiler, aka to Paul Heyman. I'm telling you that now. That's what's going to happen. So let's hold off. Let's pump the brakes. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what we can do about it. And all the great things will happen, of course, with the situation. Now, y'all like, share, and subscribe. Send the people like, send the people you don't like. But I will say this: your boy, D Nostranovice, will do a my 2 cent. Is gonna be a unconventional my 2 cent. We're gonna do the best and the worst, and I'm going to do my top 10 best WWE, not WWE, best stars of the Nastranovice, and we're gonna do the top 10 worst stars in WWE. I mean, not WWE, but wrestling, according to your boy D Nastranovice. So it's gonna be actually two, count them, two, my 2 cents this week. One will be the best of 2022, and I'm gonna give you my top 10 best wrestlers according to D Nastranovice, and I'm gonna give you the worst of not WWE, the worst of wrestling. I keep saying WWE, the worst of wrestling, and of course, we're gonna do a top 10 worst wrestlers of 2022. Once again, like, share, subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Send it people like, send it people you don't like. Happy New Year to you guys. Also, I think I didn't say Merry Christmas, late Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Hopefully you are getting nothing but positive energy, and just much love to y'all. I know a lot of people have suffered due to 2022. Hopefully this can be a new life, a new strategy for you guys as well. Once again, I love y'all again. Keep your head up. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, you guys, wrestling.